All right, guys, what's going on? I want to quickly go over what happened today at the lows on NQ because we saw significant absorption happening and it played a key part in the trade that I took on ES where I added into the position. I was initially in two lots. When I saw this activity on NQ, we had a level of significance so that we planned together as a group in the Discord. And we entered into it, price came back, looked under, reclaimed it. So we had a level of interest that we were watching on ES get tested and it was holding. So we got in two lots and then we added two more lots. I added two more lots once I got this confirmation on NQ and ES holding. So we're going to quickly replay that and show you exactly the absorption that I am talking about. All right, so we're going to replay this price action today. Let me slow it down too. So you'll see that right underneath hundreds. So let me fast forward this a little bit. So again, we had a opening drive lower on NQ. It was a little bit weaker today compared to ES. That was the pattern. So you'll see it, right? We're coming to the hundreds. You'll see the little absorption happening right near this low. So the current low is right under 90s, but in just a minute, you'll see the absorption that we see around the hundreds. So I'm going to zoom in so you can see the delta values as well. All right, see, sellers are trying to get aggressive, push prices underneath this low, but look at what's happening. All this negative delta coming in, but price struggling to go below. Now you'll see the big trades that pop up in just a minute, but this is significant, right? And I'm going to show you exactly what gave me the confidence when it happens. We're going as slow as possible here. I don't know if I can slow it down even more here. No, I can't. Okay. Okay. Pause it here. First thing you see here, look at did you guys see that reaction just in that split second? We got this huge order on the bid, but immediate reaction once we got that hit, we bought it up. Look at the negative delta around that area. When we get that order hitting the bid, sellers, if the selling was strong, we just see price really start to move down. But what are you seeing happening around these hundreds? We're just holding this negative delta is building up and price is not going down. Now keep watching this and you'll see what exactly happens, right? Let me zoom in. Okay, I watched this again. I paused it again. I'm gonna zoom in more. Really kind of watch exactly what happens. So tons of negative delta. Now we have 200 negative delta here. I wish I can go slower, but I can't. Okay, this is slow, but watch this again, really struggling to push underneath. Again, they buy it up, but right now you can see there's also sells here. So you're essentially just pinned between hundreds and 135 right now. But watch what happens when we come back to test hundreds again. Again, they're trying to push it up above 135 where we're hitting the selling. We have some sell orders here on the hitting the bid at 145 as well. Okay, so now you can see coming back, sellers are still defending 135s, right? That's a level. If you were looking for buys, right, I would wait for price to get above 135, 140s to even think about a long. This is a risky long down here, even though we're seeing the absorption, right? So now watch this. See if we can catch it real time. Look at how quickly that reacted. We saw more orders hitting the bid and immediately we buy it back up. If all those orders are hitting the bid, shouldn't price be going down with this momentum? So what's happening, right? All those orders are hitting the bid. There's someone there, a passive buyer, sitting there, preventing prices from going lower. Look at the delta built out here, right? And watch what happens. Watch how quickly this gets bought up. Now remember what I said, I would wait for this to get reclaimed to even think about it long. But look at this. We see this is a matter of seconds that you're seeing this buy up from this order coming in. We saw that first reaction here. We come back, same area, maybe one tick lower, 112 lots, hit the bid, get observed by some passive buying here. Look at this negative delta here. And just, I'm going to speed this up a bit now. Look, buying comes in, and we have a strong move up, right? It's crazy, right? Anyway, I wanted to quickly go through this example here about absorption that we saw at the lows because I thought it was just perfect. It was a perfect example of absorption pattern that we want to look for when we're trading. And this right here, when this happened, if you go back in the recording, at the same time I'm watching both of them, I took a trade on ES on this day, July 1st, 2026. If you're going back watching it another time, that's the day we're traded on the stream. I was in 2 lots. We added 2 more lots. Once I saw this, we also got a good reaction on ES off it, but we had a level to trade off on ES. That's why I took ES over NQ. NQ trade was good. Personally, if I were to look at this trade, I think this is still risky based on what we did over, like at the open. Sorry, not overnight. But I would have looked for a long above 145s. Okay? That would have been a better area to look for a long versus down here when the trend is still down, even though we're seeing a little bit of absorption. But this gave me the conviction that we could see a potential reversal based on how many orders we were seeing hitting the bid, but prices not going further down. Anyway, hope this makes sense. You can see what I'm talking about in the delta profile with the big trades hitting the bid. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. All right. Trade with you all tomorrow.